Good day. You know, I've been struggling with the way the world is lately. Decided that I was going to go back to the old pandemic ways. It's where we used to keep in touch with one another through video, kind of like what we're doing right now. You were where you are, and I was where I was, but we were never together. And then we just prayed, and one day the pandemic subsided, and we were able to worship together again. I miss the togetherness that we had before the pandemic. It's different today than it was then. But I also miss these video updates. There was something about them that allowed me to communicate more than just in words on a paper or on a screen. You know, during that pandemic, my first son was born. Jameson came along on April 9th. And if you remember correctly, the world shut down about March 16th. So my wife and I, we were in the hospital during the height of the pandemic. We were all scared. Nobody knew what to do with us in the hospital. Nobody really quite understood what this virus was capable of. All we knew was it was bad. And there we were in a hospital. Then after Jameson was born, within a few minutes, we knew something was wrong, and my wife began to hemorrhage. And so I almost lost her. It scared us. And even though we survived, those first few days are still in our memory. Later, we were pregnant again, and we were joy-filled, and then one day, my wife lost that pregnancy. We lost our pregnancy. We grieved and we were afraid, but we tried again. And Caleb came along, and Caleb's birth was nothing like Jameson's birth. We were a normal couple in a hospital, but it was safe. We got photos. He looked beautiful. But within 2 days, he was being medevaced to Children's Hospital. Upon arrival, we learned that he had a 7% chance of survival. I can't explain to you, unless you've been there in similar circumstances, what that does to you. It changes you as a father. It changed us as a family. We were told that if he did survive, he would have major deficits. And we had to prepare ourselves for that. And we said we did not care. Deaf, unable to speak, in a wheelchair. It didn't matter. Caleb was our son. And we were going to take him home. And so we prayed. Everyone in this parish prayed. It was during those first few days that the priests that were assigned to this parish never left this parish. They prayed in that sanctuary, and miracles do happen because Caleb is well now. And even though he was touched by a dirty glove in a hospital at his birth, even though it caused him to have disseminated meningitis, Caleb is a miracle. And then later on, Ellie came along and our family was complete. Before the pandemic, I lost my dad. After the pandemic, I lost my mom right before Ellie was born. You know, those losses of innocence and through death and through fear and fright, they change a person. They changed me. I wasn't so innocent anymore. It was almost fictional in a way. And I thought to myself, not only are all of these losses, all of these traumas unimaginable, but how am I ever going to overcome them? That's kind of where I am today, and that's why I'm coming to you today this way. Maybe you are where I am. Maybe you're feeling lost and helpless. Maybe you're hopeless. Seeing our president hunker down in a makeshift situation room at a multi-million-dollar social club in Florida, declaring, well, that's just the way it is. with reference to the troops that just died and those that are yet to come. Worse, seeing those first few images come out of Iran, 153 dead children, parents and emergency crews clawing through rubble that entombed their children. As a pastor, but more so as a dad, it's unimaginable to me. The panic, the weeping, the carnage, it's senseless. All of it is. But this whole administration has been senseless to me, and I can't keep it in. Look, it's no secret that I despise Donald Trump. I just do. There is not one redeeming quality that I find in him. And I'm sorry if any of you do, but I just can't. This whole entire administration, this killing of innocent civilians, protesters in the street, from Renee Good to Alex Preddy to all of those who've been harmed and shipped away like they were nothing. The refugees, the asylum seekers, revoking their statuses. It's just senseless. The whole thing is barbaric to me. It all brings me back to those first few days of the pandemic. It brings me back to sitting in the NICU next to my second son, feeling like there is nothing I can do. It's panic in my soul. I just can't find the joy right now. And I was going to give you a message that was hopeful, that's to tell you to just kind of hang on and we were going to make it. But you know what? I can't. So maybe the only thing that I can do for you today is to tell you that I'm here. And I'm feeling the very same way that probably most of you are feeling. As the world literally crumbles around us, as we become the terrorist state that we abhorred, as we have lost what it means to be Americans. Maybe you need to hear it. Maybe you need to know that you're not alone. Maybe I just need to know that I'm not alone. You see, what got me through the pandemic, what got me through the loss of my dad and my mom and my second child, what got me through sitting next to Caleb in his isolette with all of those wires and tubes coming out of him was prayer, sometimes angry prayer, and this place. All of you. You see, I knew I wasn't alone. And if I had to bury my son, I knew that I wouldn't be alone at that grave. And so this place isn't magical, and it certainly isn't perfect. And we've all made mistakes. I certainly have made my share. And you've given me the grace to make those mistakes, and you've given me the grace to continue to serve you as your pastor. What makes this place so special isn't that we're perfect. It's not that we have all the answers. What makes this place so wonderful is that we are all in it together. Whatever comes, however bad it is, we know we have a place to go and to sit and to be honest, to cry when we need to cry, to laugh when we can laugh, even if it means that we're laughing at one another or ourselves. That's what this place is. It's a place where everyone is welcome. Everyone. And I don't have to give you the list because you know it's true. It doesn't matter to us. We've protected our staff. We've protected immigrants and refugees. I've married them while ICE was in the parking lot. Because this place demands that we are exactly what we call it, a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary for people, but it's also a sanctuary for God. It's a sanctuary for us. Look, I don't know how long it's going to take us to get back to whatever it means to be a citizen of this country. I don't know what it's going to take for us to stop crying every day. But I do know that there will be joy again. I know it. And I know that there'll be laughter, and there'll be times for us to start to forget how painful this time was for us as a people and as a nation. But this place is important. It has to be an integral part of that healing. So right now, how about we just love each other? How about we just hold on tight? And when we feel we can't go forward, maybe what we do is, instead of retreating, we find more ways to get together, even if it's just to sit with Father Liam in quietness and in trust, or to listen to the words of Father Jerry as he gives you little vignettes of his life. Or maybe it's following Father Brian, someone who has been debilitated in some ways, but through those small crutches in his life, he teaches us that God is his strength. Maybe we stay with Father Ken and listen to how he finds a new life here. And that's why he has made this place such a part of his life. Maybe we just look around the sanctuary the next time we're here at all the faces that call this place home and realize that this feeling of being overwhelmed and the craziness of this world, and yes, even this new war, this worthless, terrible war that has now spread throughout the Middle East, will one day be over. I'm right here with you. I'm in pain, and I'm bewildered, and I feel helpless. But I'm trying not to fall into hopelessness. I guess I just wanted you to hear it. I wanted you to see me. I wanted to be wherever you are right now. And maybe the best way that I can say it is, consider yourself hugged. And if you can spare a prayer or a hug for me, I'd appreciate that as well. May God bless all of us. May God find a way to deliver peace on this planet that so often knows him not. And until then, let's hold on to one another. I wish you the peace of Christ, and I wish you hope. I'll see you soon. Bye now.